Hi, Anissa Coy here with Firehouse Education and this week's Ask Anissa video column. And this week the question that we're going to go over comes in from Craig. And Craig asked me, what kind of camera gear do I use when I'm getting a video testimonial from a client? So I decided I wanted to show you all the different gear I've used over the years. And yeah, we'll just go over that one by one. So the first thing that I started out with back, I think my first video testimonial I got was in 2008. And I have this trusty little camera called a Flip. Now, they don't even make these anymore. I think it was Sony that bought out the technology, but I'm not sure. Anyway, this little guy was great. It was just a little simple HD camera, and it has a record button and a stop button, and that's it. Very simple, very easy to use. The other thing I loved about it was that it was rechargeable, and it's been so long since I used it, I am not sure how to pop this out. But this is a USB port that will pop out. There we go. I told you it's been a while since I used it. So this little USB port will pop out. I put it in the back of my computer and can charge it. So it was rechargeable, which I loved. Didn't have batteries to worry about. Never had to worry about pulling out my camera and it was dead on a job site or something. And this was also how I plugged it into my computer to upload my videos. Okay, very simple. This was, I want to say, $99 back in the day. Okay, so the next camera that I actually started using was the camera that we actually used to do our photographing on our jobs as well, and it's a Canon, which I swear by Canons. They're just great. And this is the Canon PowerShot, and just super easy camera to use. Fail-proof, does great video. Again, it has a rechargeable battery that I can charge up and put back in, and I always had a backup battery with me. That way I always had a fully charged battery at all times so I didn't run out. You can not only take photographs with this, but you can also click the record a video button. Again, very simple, very easy, and took pretty good quality videos and very easy to use. I really didn't want anything complicated because, you know, I wasn't always out on job sites, obviously, and so my team would be taking the videos for me, or my technicians when we were our project managers when we were doing the full-blown restoration work that we did. And so I didn't want them to be intimidated by the equipment, so I just wanted very simple. The other thing then that I went to, once I decided to step out of the Flip world, was I went to a Sony Bloggie, which is a fantastic deal, value for the price on this little camera. This was $119, I believe, at Costco.com I got this. And I got into the Bloggie because it was actually Mac compatible, and I went to Mac in my system. Again, this has a USB port, so you can plug it in and recharge it and upload your videos. By the way, this is PC compatible as well. The other thing I really liked about this was that it has a bigger screen that you could see than the Flip as well. Again, it's a simple start, stop, record button. There's no editing or anything that you can do on this, but there is zooming on this camera, which I liked as well. The other thing I liked was it had 2 hours of record time, as well as taking pictures. So this then became the camera that we took photographs on job sites and my video camera so that I could get testimonials from clients. And again, very inexpensive. The other thing that, just as far as camera gear goes, that I love and have used is my Gorillapod, and they make these in multiple sizes, and I like this little guy because, well, one, yes, you can like hook it on to different things, and it's like totally, you know, movable, which I thought was great. Oh, and obviously I just figured out that comes off, which I didn't know. So I can make this shorter, right? And the reason that I like this was I would at times have a client that felt a little nervous, so I would simply set it up here. I would set my Bloggie up on it for them to be able to record. I would press the record button and I'd walk out of the room. So they could literally do their testimonial, and then I'm standing around the corner so they're not looking at me and I'm looking at them, and then I could pop back in when they're done and hit the stop button. Okay, so that was a little, and I think this was like 19 bucks at REI, which I'm sure now you get on Amazon for a lot less. And then the other thing that we've used to get video testimonials from clients, as well as taking some photographs, is our smartphone. Okay, I happen to have an iPhone because I do all Apple products, but any smartphone with video capability can work. All right, keep it simple. The only thing I'm going to tell you as a caveat is if your team is going to use their smartphone to take pictures or video on a job site, you have to be very sure that that camera gets turned in at the end of their day, or that phone, excuse me, to you, so that you can download all that data and delete it off of their phone. So there's a little bit I would caution you there to be careful if it's an employee's phone. Now, obviously, if it's a phone that the company owns, it's a little bit different, but a simple cell phone works. The big key here that I want you to take away from this video is that I really want you to keep it simple with this. Don't get complicated with getting client testimonials. It is not that difficult to do, but it is an extremely important part of your marketing that you need to do. The other thing is just a little side note. Don't be worried about getting really high, crazy tech gear. All this stuff I shared with you, if you bought everything here, you know, it might run you $700 if you bought everything that's sitting here on this table with me. I don't want you to run out and spend $1,500 on a fancy Nikon camera that does all of this stuff to do video testimonials, because I really don't want you to do to Hollywood videos. That makes sense. The less polished and more home, you know, looks like a home movie was shot on your video testimonials, actually the better. And editing your video testimonials is not a good plan either, okay? You want to be very real, very authentic. Messy is sexy when it comes to testimonial videos. Okay? Well, Craig, I hope that answered your question. And for those of you who are watching the video as well, I hope you got some value out of that. Don't forget, get out there and shoot those video testimonials and get them up on your Facebook, YouTube, and websites, because it's a very huge part of creating your 100% referral-based business. And I want to thank you so much for your time and watching the video this week. Be sure you're a cool kid and subscribe to the rnrmagonlines.com's e-newsletter. And on that note, I will see you on next week's video.